men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weird.
In the world of sports, where seasoned men and women compete with vigor, it's peculiar yet true. They go to great lengths to ensure certain things never happen. Odd as it may seem, it's the reality, and thankfully, Caitlin maintains her composure brilliantly amidst it all. Take Angel Reese, for example, who recently faced a monumental showdown with LeBron James, a confrontation that was long in the making. Angel, who possesses the endurance of a marathoner and the strategic mind of a chess master, excels in the arena of verbal sparring and political maneuvers. Yet, when the spotlight turns to the basketball court, her performance often falls flat, as if she's left her true skills in the locker room. Her claim to fame? Not her own victories, but her rivalry with Caitlin Clark, fresh off a national championship win. Instead of celebrating, her first move was to mock Caitlin, turning their professional competition deeply personal. This time around, basketball icon LeBron James stepped up to address the situation. LeBron, a legend in his own right, was not about to let Angel's comments slide. He delivered a crushing blow, not just by calling out her gameplay, but by bringing her past controversies into the spotlight. The truth is, dwelling on someone else's talents rather than honing your own skills leads to such downfalls. It was also a historic moment for their league, flying on a chartered plane for the first time, a milestone worth celebrating thanks primarily to Caitlin's influence. LeBron, known for his straightforward approach, decided enough was enough with Angel's continuous theatrics. With a powerful statement that reverberated beyond the NBA, impacting the WNBA as well, LeBron called out Angel's near-obsessive fixation on Caitlin. He questioned her focus, suggesting that perhaps she should channel her energy into improving her game rather than undermining Caitlin's achievements. "Will you stop, please?" he implored, signaling his frustration. Yet, LeBron's initial rebuke was just the beginning. He dove deeper, intensifying his critique, challenging Angel to rise above the petty conflicts and prove her worth on the basketball court. LeBron's intervention was more than just a sportsman defending a colleague, it was a stern reminder of the values of professionalism and respect in sports. He underscored the need for Angel to shift her priorities from personal vendettas to genuine competition, emphasizing the essence of sportsmanship over rivalry. As LeBron steered this confrontation into a teachable moment, it highlighted a critical crossroads in Angel's career. Would she heed the call to elevate her game or continue down a path overshadowed by controversy? Only time will tell. He raised concerns about Angel's treatment of Caitlin, highlighting that despite the constant barrage of challenges, Caitlin has maintained her respect for her opponents as if it were her professional duty. In stark contrast, Angel escalates every interaction into a spectacle reminiscent of a WWE match, complete with derogatory comments and theatrical antics. LeBron, taken aback, questioned, "Is this really how you treat a fellow player?" His criticism didn't stop at mere words. He cast a shadow so vast it underscored the stark difference between Caitlin's dignified conduct and Angel's questionable approach. Angel Reese finds herself increasingly entangled in this rivalry, to the point where it's beginning to tarnish not only her reputation, but also the image of the WNBA, an unfortunate truth that resonates with the millions who recall her provocative gesture in Caitlin Clark's face during the national championship victory. This behavior isn't new for Angel. She has a history of stirring controversy, particularly with her relentless verbal jabs at Kate Clark. Recall the notorious "you can't see me" incident? That was John Cena's signature taunt, which Angel audaciously used on Caitlin during the pivotal game. While trash-talking is a recognized part of basketball, LeBron felt compelled to intervene in this instance, denouncing the act as tasteless and unnecessary. Though it captured media attention, it was for all the wrong reasons. LeBron made it clear this behavior marked a troubling shift from competitive play to something far more concerning. It appears Angel Reese harbors jealousy towards Caitlin Clark, believing somehow that she is the catalyst for her own challenges. Yet, the truth remains that Caitlin's prowess would draw spectators regardless of her opponent, be it Angel Reese at LSU or anyone else. Then there's the infamous head slam. Angel escalated from verbal taunts to physical aggression, an act so shocking that LeBron had to highlight it as a moment of sheer disbelief. LeBron made it unequivocally clear that the aggression displayed wasn't a mere manifestation of competitive spirit, but was unequivocally unsportsmanlike conduct. Such actions are a clear violation of the principles of sportsmanship, especially in LeBron's view, where fair play is paramount. His denouncement serves as a stern reminder that Angel's antics are not just unprofessional, but seriously concerning. He depicted the situation as indicative that Angel's focus has shifted from playing basketball to deliberately aggravating Caitlin, questioning how these provocations continue to unfold. Is it merely a strategy, or is it a quest for attention? LeBron suggested it's the latter. Angel was acting out like a child desperately seeking notice. This behavior stems from an inability to make her mark through her basketball prowess alone, forcing her to resort to theatrics. It's akin to a child who acts out to grab their parent attention. LeBron captured the essence of the issue when he stated that while trash talking is an accepted element of basketball culture, what Angel was engaging in was beyond the pale, utterly absurd, and not conducive to the spirit of the game. He explained that there's a finesse to trash talking that includes backing up one's words with performance on the court, which Angel failed to do. Moreover, LeBron pointed out that this unnecessary drama was unfairly heaped upon Caitlin Clark's shoulders, despite her considerable achievements and significant draw as a major figure in the sport. He highlighted Clark's debut as the most viewed game in 23 years, attracting over 2.3 million viewers on ESPN, alongside the implementation of a new charter flight policy due to security measures for the star athlete. LeBron did not stop at mere criticism. He delivered a devastating blow with the words, "Without Caitlin, you're just another player," emphasizing the notion that Reese's reputation might be inflated by her rivalry rather than her own merits. LeBron then addressed the core issue. Is Angel actually advancing her career through noteworthy achievements, or is she merely causing disturbances? This is a critical question, especially when her constant confrontations with Caitlin could be overshadowing her own career potential. The implication was stark and perhaps a little harsh, but it painted a true picture of the situation. LeBron was far from finished. He noted how Caitlin Clark had captivated the attention of conservative audiences, an aspect that did not escape the notice of influential African-American players who voiced concerns over the implications for the sport's culture and inclusivity. Currently, a number of WNBA stars, both black and white, have voiced their discontent with the league's commissioner for not sufficiently addressing the racial animosity between Angel and Caitlin that has surfaced on social media. LeBron supported these criticisms with concrete statistics, showcasing just how groundbreaking Caitlin Clark's 2024 season has been. Notably, she set a record by scoring over 40 points in a triple-double during the NCAA tournament, averaging an astonishing 27.8 points per game. Caitlin's magnetic presence has drawn crowds larger than those of a typical summer concert, with Iowa games attracting over 12,000 fans each. Caitlin's performances aren't just impressive, they're transformative for the WNBA. She's not merely playing, she's redefining the sport's appeal and drawing unprecedented attention to women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, despite having moments of excellence like her 15-point, 10-rebound game in the national championship, struggles to match the towering standard set by Caitlin's achievements. This disparity has drawn LeBron's critical eye, particularly as Angel attempts to maintain her relevance through provocative trash talk. Though claims circulate about biased officiating or media favoritism, evidence remains scant. The narrative that the world is against her or that she faces unique challenges in the WNBA, a bucket mentality, as it were, is one that Angel clings to, yet the reality suggests otherwise. The backlash following LeBron's outspoken criticisms seems to have deeply affected her, leading to what some describe as a temperamental overreaction. This reaction stems perhaps from her admiration for LeBron, who has now become a vocal critic, challenging her behavior and ethics publicly. In the midst of this turmoil, Caitlin Clark's name is being whispered alongside MVP considerations, particularly against other top talents like A'ja Wilson. LeBron's endorsement of Caitlin's dominance on the court is unwavering. He views the claims of racial favoritism levied against her as entirely unfounded, openly dismissing them as baseless. Such accusations, he suggests, detract from the genuine skill and hard work that have propelled Caitlin to the top of the league. underscoring a merit-based rise rather than one influenced by racial bias. LeBron made it unmistakably clear that Caitlin Clark's remarkable success stems from her exceptional talent, relentless hard work, and sheer dominance on the basketball court, not from her race. He was not just defending Caitlin in his statements, he was actively calling out Angel for misusing allegations of racism as a way to deflect from her own inconsistent performances. It was a harsh but necessary truth for Reese to confront. The narrative that a successful white girl must be inherently problematic echoes some of the divisive rhetoric seen in broader political discussions, suggesting that her detractors are motivated more by bias than by factual criticisms. Reese has long argued that there is a double standard at play, which her supporters echo, believing she is scrutinized more harshly than Caitlin. However, when LeBron entered the fray, he dramatically shifted the discourse, emphasizing that Caitlin's influence on basketball is both undeniable and revolutionary. She's not just participating, she's fundamentally altering the landscape of women's basketball by drawing record-breaking crowds and garnering unprecedented attention for the sport. For instance, her leadership led her team to a game that attracted nearly 10 million viewers, setting a new record for the most watched women's college basketball game of all time. This isn't just about sports, it's about the narratives that surround these athletes. LeBron criticized the misplaced animosity directed at Caitlin by some Indiana Fever fans, decrying it as baseless and racially charged. He urged Angel to stop casting herself as a victim of unfair treatment and instead take accountability for her own career and actions. He implored her to drop the sob story narrative, pointing out that the audience is no longer receptive to such tactics. LeBron's critique extended beyond individual grievances, reflecting on the broader implications for the WNBA. Under Caitlin's influence, viewership soared by 400% from one year to the next, a growth trajectory that would ordinarily take years. LeBron used this statistic to highlight Caitlin's impact, contrasting it with the drama Angel perpetuates, which he views as detrimental to the sport's integrity and evolution. In his final remarks, LeBron didn't just offer criticism, he called for action. He challenged Angel to redirect her energy towards making meaningful contributions to the league, such as advocating for better player salaries, more effective promotion of the WNBA, and genuine respect for all players. He underscored that the ongoing personal feuds were a distraction from the real issues facing the league. LeBron's message was clear: the WNBA deserves better, and so do its players. This isn't merely a trivial conflict, it's a pivotal moment for women's basketball, and Angel's actions, he suggests, should rise to meet the league's needs rather than lower its esteem.